Morning, chat. Oh my god. Whew. I have a feeling my son is gonna wake up early today, so we gotta get cracking ASAP, Rocky. Alrighty. Oh, we're drinking Ghost Energy this morning, which is grape, probably the best tasting energy drink, in my opinion. Not too cold. Still gonna rock the hoodie. Much easier to warm up. Is sore. We took 3 days off chest. It's still sore. That means we really pushed it the other day. Yeesh. Jesus. Okay. Yeah, my chest is sore. So my split is 2 on, 1 off, typically. And then when I'm feeling sore, I go 2 on, 2 off. That's what we did. We took 2 off, and I'm still fucking sore. Still more sore today than I did yesterday. Okay. So you guys know, doing a warm up. I like to do chest flies and tricep extensions for the warm up. If you ever watch this stream, I think it's a great way to warm up your muscles, get nice deep stretch, get blood flow going. These tricep extensions that I'm doing seem weird, but I promise you there is a purpose behind them. It's a good way to really stretch out your lats and stretch out your triceps doing it in, I guess you could say inverted like this. It's the exact same as doing like an overhead extension, except we're just using a pulley and we're doing it basically the other way around. I feel like you stretch out your triceps and your teres minor and your lats a lot better when you do it this way. Um, and yeah, I prefer to do it this way. When doing triceps, I always feel it's always pretty difficult to get that really like long. So this is the best way I could put it. So you never done like a what do you call those that move? The, basically the long head of your tricep or right here is really hard to hit. So we do pullovers with a barbell, well, with a pulley, and like this. And then so imagine there's a pulley here, and then I am on the pulley system. The pulley goes up, my hands go down. That's like one of the best ways to hit your triceps in a lot of ways. So it combines kind of like those two movements together, which allows you to work out your tricep, kind of stretch out your lat. Of course, anytime. Um, what this stream is about is I worked out for 22 years of my life. Worked out longer than I've been alive. I've been a coach for over 13 years. You'll ask away. Did bodybuilding, powerlifting the last almost 10 years was not even 10 years. Like, how many years? Where was it? No, it's 10 years because I've been married for, I've been with my wife for 10 years. I like to do a chest fly on a slight incline to warm up my chest. Really trying to push it, get that deep stretch at the bottom. Good way to find if you got some aches and pains going on. Left chest, left pec, super tight. Pushing for. Um. So yeah. So I usually do 3 sets of that. I was the second. We're gonna do that again. Highly recommend doing your tricep extensions like I do them. I guarantee you'll feel more out of your triceps. You'll feel a deeper stretch. It's really simple to do. You want a rope pulley, fairly lightweight. All you're gonna do is hip hinge, butt back, torso, chest down. You're gonna basically my arms are dangling here, right? Um, and getting pulled up by the pulley, and all I'm gonna do is extend my palms out or my hands out like this. That's it, and you'll feel like a crazy stretch in your lats and a good pump in your triceps. It's like honestly, it's like my favorite way to do tricep extensions. Really good for elbow pain if you're dealing with like some golfer's elbow. I'm not sure for tennis elbow because I deal with golfer's elbow. It's a lot of years of abuse. This has helped a lot, especially if you got ulnar nerve entrapment. Really good way to stretch out that muscle. Ulnar nerve entrapment is when arms are bent and your hand goes numb, but it starts off with your pinky and ring finger and kind of moves over to the side. It's a nerve that comes down from the base of your hand all the way up over your shoulder like that. And for people that get it, it's because they're basically the triceps are super tight, shoulders are tight, but if your triceps are tight, more than likely your shoulders are tight. So that's a good stretch. I'm saying it's a good stretch. Helps a lot with that. You're like laying on your bed and you're on your phone, hands go numb, probably, or but it starts with the pinky and ring finger. More than likely, ulnar nerve entrapment. Fixable, you know. Eight man. if you're curious about the weight, this is 20 pounds. Over there's 35 pounds on the pulley, so it's not a lot of weight. Don't. As long as you're not doing like over 20 reps, and you'll be fine. I feel like once you start going over 20 reps, you're kind of just bullshitting. I know if you look at the science, they say you can go up to 30 reps, but me, in my opinion, 8 to 15 is the sweet spot for like overall hypertrophy and strength. Obviously, if you want more strength, you go below 8. But then the problem one is when you go below 8 reps, um, is the possibility of injury goes up quite a bit. You're going for that maximal effort. So for me, 8's usually light enough to be in control. 8 to 15. Honestly, I used to say 8 to 12 for the longest time. 8 to 12 was the rep range, but then I come to the realization that you can go to 15 and still get the same amount of pump. Also, taking breaks in right in between sets. So let's say I hit 15 of these or 10 of these, and I take a quick 5 second break, and then I'm able to do another five. That's 100% beneficial. More than likely will help you gain in muscle growth. Taking those breaks. So they you can call them drop sets, how whatever you want to call them. You can do them in the. I usually typically do them in movements where I'm just at 8 or 8, like pull ups, for example. Sometimes you just and doing a quick drop set so you can get the total volume is a good thing. So another, in my opinion, misconception: volume over time. It's not how much you lift on Monday, every Monday, or every other workout. It's all about total volume over time when it comes to training, guys. So the more volume you can do, the better. That's why injury is the worst thing that can happen to you, because injured, you can't do any more. You can't do it. You can't work out, so your volume goes down. So if you're trying to min max working out, you're always fighting that, pushing it right near excessive soreness and injury. You want to stay right below it, and the only way you can do that is by being super competent at training. The only way you're going to do that is can make mistakes and try to learn from others. That's why I'm streaming this, because I'm going to share all the things I've learned from all my mistakes. Because God, I know I made a lot of training career. You really want to focus on the eccentric portion of a movement. So on the way down, focus, get as low and deep as you can, press out. I don't think we're going to throw the hundreds up today. My muscles feel very sore. I aim for it. Dude, my dog took a shit in the middle of the night last night. 2 o'clock in the morning. 2 o'clock in the morning, I smelled something. It was god awful. I knew he was going to do that because right before bed, he had the nastiest fart. So I let him outside for a while. My wife did, and hoping that he would go to the bathroom and Nope. Oh, that was awesome, dude. It stunk so bad. I fucking dog, man. Love him, but fucking dogs. Told my wife, no more fucking dog. No more fucking animals, dude. No more fucking animals, dude. You know, we have a toddler. That's more than enough, man. It's fun to have pets when you don't have kids, I think, um, or young kids. But I'm done. I'm fucking done. No more fucking dogs. No more and no more animals. Period. So we're gonna do some posterior stuff. We're gonna do a single-legged Romanian deadlift. I always like to do it on these elevated heels right here. So these simulate like a Olympic weightlifting shoe. But I don't like wearing those shoes. I'd rather work out in slides. It's way more comfortable. Um, you could use a plate for sure, but I don't like to use plates because you can feel it in the arch of your feet, and it's hard to grip the ground with that. So I like to use these little plates. And if I'm working out my left leg, I'm going to do crossbody. So my right hand's holding it while I work out my left leg, and vice versa for the opposite side. And we're just going to go slow and controlled, on the way up and the way down. This is about 50 pounds, I believe. Don't need to do a lot of weight when you're doing single-legged Romanian deadlifts, especially when you're focused on the eccentric portion. We do not ego lift here. It's all about smooth and control because we don't want to get injured, period. We don't want to lose our gains. So there's this new gym opening up down the street. It's called like Mountain something training or something. I'm gonna check it out. I have everything I need to train in my home gym, but I miss like those hammer strength machines. I want to see if they have some anything good. It's like right across the street from our Safeway. It's like a mile and a half. I just take my e-bike there. Be a fun little adventure. God damn. Yeah, man. He goes slow enough, man. 50 pounds is ample. All right, so we did 35 pounds on the incline. Last set, we're gonna go up to 50. Then we're probably gonna jump to 75s. Um, I'm feeling pretty weak. I put 100 pounds. I was hoping to do the 100 pounds on the flat, but feeling how heavy everything feels on the incline as we build up in weight, I don't think that's gonna happen, but we'll see. Hopefully my buddy hits his second gear. I think it's because I only got about 6.5 hours sleep because after my dog took a shit on the fucking ground, like it was hard to sleep, man. The room stunk for a minute, man. After I cleaned it up, put deodorizer on it, and I have to clean it again when everyone wakes up because you don't want to let that shit sit in your carpet. So gotta get my extractor out, suck that shit out. Oh, fucking animals, man. If I didn't have animals, my house would be fucking awesome. My animals are pretty good. It's just they have accidents. They're well trained too. It's just accidents. It's more so our fucking cat fucking throwing up fucking hairballs. He's old as fuck, man. I think our cat's like 17 years old. Man, I can't fucking wait till this goddamn cat dies. I'm over it. First 10 years was great. I'm over it. I'm fucking over it. All right. 55. Oh, press. Press. 75 is going to be chill. Those aren't bad. My triceps feel like they're cooked more so than my chest. All right. So we got two more sets of incline. I don't really consider the first set a set. It's more like still a warm up. This is technically still a warm up, but it's like a in betweener, warm up and working. Typically, if I wasn't gonna do flat bench, I do an additional set on top of this incline. But I've added flat bench and incline in the same workout for the last, I think, month now, almost a month. Yeah, almost a month. I think this is the fourth week we're doing it. Because I was trying to keep my volume down, so my body could recover a little bit better. And now recovery's over, so we're pushing it. So your boy is putting on size again pretty quickly. Also, I gotta set a fucking doctor's appointment. I'm gonna get my blood test done. I want to get my testosterone tested. I've never got it tested. I'm over 35 now. It'd be smart to get it tested. Because if I'm a little low, if I am low, get a little boost on top of that, man, boy, training's gonna go a lot more fun. I don't know. When you're over 35, I never ever thought about it until I got older. Because man, your recovery time after 35, you're just not that's when I realized I'm not fucking like young anymore. Because your recovery time, it's not my strength. I still can perform very well, in both strength and conditioning. Because, if I need to do a CrossFit workout or something or anything like that, I can still get down pretty well. But my recovery time is like double, man. I used to train like 6, 7 days a week. 6, 7 days a week. I, I can't do it. Four is like the max now. Dude, I was doing sprints with my little son, my little boy, and oh, we all got to come out sometime. I was doing sprints with my. He's only like 2 and a quarter, and man, I'm fucking sore from doing that. I haven't sprinted that hard in a while. That little kid loves to fucking run. Oh my god, that's the one good thing about being well conditioned, man. Like you can keep up. I can keep up with my 2-year-old, and that motherfucker's a maniac. That kid loves to run, and very happy I can keep up with him easily. Hopefully, I can do that. 'Cause I'm an older dad, until he's in his 20s. So I think I'll be close to when he's at his prime, which is probably going to be his late 20s, early 30s, I'll be old as shit then. He's going to destroy me. Fun fact, I beat my dad in basketball about a month and a half ago for the first time. My dad is, I'm not saying I'm great. I'm not. My dad is very good, I would say. Not because he's my dad, because I've seen him like make fools of people I thought were good. Let's just say that he made fools in flip flops too, and not even with basketball, it's just with flip flops. I see him cross people over with flip flops. I'm like, holy shit! I didn't know he was that good. Just fucking laughing and cackling at them because he's just crossing them, breaking fucking ankles and shit. I was like, oh my god, my dad's fucking good. I never knew that, but I beat him now because he's fine. He's old. I just beat him with pure work ethic and conditioning. I shot four to his one shot, and I got all my rebounds. That was funny. Anywho, we got 75s on incline. Let's go. Let's see how it feels. Ooh, this feels all right. Yeah, we'll be all right for another set. 75s will be fine on the flat. I really don't think those hundreds are going to go up today. I don't even want to make an attempt. Those are heavy. Whew. Oh, yeah, 35. That's what I noticed. My recovery is shit, especially when I get sick. I used to be like 2, maybe 3 days tops, then I'm good. Now it's a fucking week. That's coming from a guy that eats well, trains regularly, sleeps regularly, and then recover like a fucking old piece of shit. And now, like, when someone's sick around me, I'm like, get the fuck away, dude. I'm not trying to be sick for a week, dude. I'll be getting upset with people coming around me all sick and shit. Telling me it's fucking. I had a friend, right? God bless her, man. She was like, he sounded sick as shit, right? I was like, what are you doing here? You sound hella sick. And she's like, no, it's just allergies. I mean, what the fuck you mean allergies? Like, what's your symptoms? She's like, just, nose a little stuffy. She's just feeling a little lethargic. And then she says she can't taste. And this was right at like peak COVID. And I was like, bitch, you got COVID. What are you talking about? You can't taste? I was so angry. I didn't, thank God she didn't give me fucking COVID, but COVID was no joke, dude. I had COVID at the worst times. Yeah, I was on the beach in San Diego. Oh, fucking beach house got COVID. It was a bad trip. It was fun, but everyone got COVID. Everybody got COVID, except the people that probably brought the COVID over because they probably were just recovering from it. That shit was miserable. It was miserable. Luckily, I didn't get it again. Luckily. I noticed I superset. Pretty much do this for all my workouts. And supersetting is a good way to be efficient with your time. Also get like a cardiovascular workout because the more muscles you strain, you exert all the ATP out of, the more laborious your breathing gets because your lungs are pumping harder, get more oxygen to them so they can produce more ATP. Fun fact, this is my understanding of it. I could be wrong, but I remember I read this thing like a couple of times. This is what made sense to me. Is the body wants to bring in oxygen so it can combine with the lactic acid to turn into ATP. So the better your body gets at pulling oxygen to the air, the lactic acid buildups decreases. I could be wrong because this study I read was a meta-analysis. It was a long time ago. A long time ago. It could be new science out now, but it makes sense in my head. Makes enough sense for me not to really question it. That's why cardiovascular strength is so important. Even if it's just hypertrophy training, cardiovascular strength. That's why I think hit style conditioning like CrossFit, I think is super beneficial to the public. You don't have to do the CrossFit workout. You just have to have the CrossFit intensity. And it's more the interval intensity, not the 20 minutes of hell intensity. It's not about that 20 minutes of hell. It's about bringing your your heart rate and your up for extended time for about anywhere between 2 and 4 minutes, and then bringing it back down, and then bringing it back up for another 2 to 4 minutes. That's like from my understanding of the science, it's like the most beneficial points for overall cardiovascular health, with minimizing risk, injuries and shit like that. And you could do that on like a assault bike or rogue echo bike, rower. You can do that in that easily. It's a little harder to do on like a runner, a treadmill. Suggest not doing on those. Better on bikes. But then you could also do hill sprints. Hill sprints are always also good, like all out sprints for 30 seconds with rest is needed in between. I promise you, your cardiovascular is going to go through the roof. Your legs are going to get bigger. Man, legs are going to get more defined. You're going to look fucking good after doing those hill sprints. And your overall cardiovascular through the roof. Even though you're just doing sprint, you'll be able to jog for way further because your body's just going to get better at pulling oxygen. Oh my God. That was heavy that time. Never drop the heavy weights. Actually, never drop any dumbbells. Never drop a dumbbell, especially the heavy ones. I'm gonna piss off some buff guys at the gym. Drop those heavy ones. They'll be pissed. When you drop those heavy dumbbells, it's so easy to bend them over time. All right, this is the last set of RDLs, and then we have flat bench. We're basically done for this workout. It's a very easy workout when it comes to like just how much volume we're doing. It's not that much compared to tomorrow's workout because there's a lot more movements tomorrow. I could add some more triceps, but like I mentioned earlier, my triceps are pretty taxed from the years of training already. So I try to be very, not, I don't think proficient is the right word. I just very cautious in the total volume because you got to remember every single time you bench press, you're using your triceps, so I don't really need to do more than, for me at least, it's not worth the risk tweaking something just to grow a little bit more size in my triceps because they were already pretty fucking big. So not a big deal. We still got 3 more sets of bench press. 90 pounds too. Well, two at 90. I'm gonna do the first set at 75 to see if my body wants to fall apart or not. I'm gonna do a little drop set on my left side. The weak side, I could always use a little bit more volume. That's it for telling you, man. Just start selling these things. The only reason I don't start selling them is because I don't know. I think it's because it took so long to print that one. I don't want to eat up my printers because I don't think you'd be able to. I think $20 is probably the max, maybe $24.99, maybe 6 hours to print. 100 grams, 6 hours, 37, $7.40. 6 hours to print. Two every 2 hours. So 45 cents. 140. So just under $2 to make one. And whenever I make something, I need to make at least 4x for me to make it. And so, yeah, I have to 4x it. If I don't 4x, it's not worth it. It's not worth the time. Unless it's a really good product now, because I know will sell in volume that has a very low return rate or issue rate. Some products have so many issues that I just cancel, stop making them, and it's not necessarily issues of my design. It's just certain. Obviously, I could always design something better, but sometimes it's just constraints in product manufacturing. When you 3D print things, they're only so strong. But the main thing is user error. Like if it's not super simple for someone to use, good, you're probably going to get a lot of returns. And that's why I don't sell shit on Amazon because I guarantee with their return policy on Amazon, I get destroyed. I get destroyed. It wouldn't be worth my time. One thing I worry about Amazon. It should be on Amazon, but I don't know. Maybe one day. Anywho, all right. I'm just bullshitting, so I don't have to fucking lift this heavy ass weight. I just didn't want to lift it. Let's go. Well, relatively easy. I could have probably got 14 if I really wanted it. So there's a scale that I always suggest people go off by, not necessarily weight. It's called an RPE, the acronym. It's rate of perceived exertion, is what it stands for. So rather than being like, hit a X amount this time, or last time I should hit X amount this time, you're going for that RPE scale. And all that means is the amount of weight is irrelevant. It's about how the weight feels. So let's talk about the scaling in RPE. It's very simple. If you have a scale of 10 RPE, that means you can do no reps. Your main goal. So let's say if our goal is 10 reps, hit 10. There's no way I can hit another rep after that 10. That's an RPE scale of 10. RPE scale of 1 would mean I could probably hit another 2 or 3 sets of that one movement. I don't know the exact number. You rarely ever do anything below the RPE scale of like 8. 9.5 RPE is maybe 1 after 10 or whatever your set goal is. 9 is for sure 1. 8.5 is 1, maybe 2. 8 is 2. You could do 2 more after your what you were aiming for. If I was aiming for 10, I could probably hit 12. For that example, I was aiming for at least 12. I could probably hit 14. Hopefully that makes sense to everyone. Yeah, because you're the only one commenting. Appreciate it. Coming back 30 minutes later, man. Just runs. And no matter what, well, you can do 10 no matter what, but if you're doing a drop set, that's fine. But if you're compromising the movement to do 10, let's say you're shortening the range of motion, maybe you're forcing it where it doesn't feel as comfortable, your degree of injury goes up higher. And the quickest way to not make any gains is to get injured. So you're always playing this game, right? Of if I push this hard, will it injure me? So I think that's one thing you can't really teach. You have to be learned from experience. So for me, a good rule of thumb to not get injured is focusing on not the weight, but how many more reps I can do after my set goal. So the RPE scale is, I think, the most beneficial way for people to take to not injure yourself. That's the best way, I think, in my opinion, because if you take the weights, the amount of reps out of the question, and you go from rate of perceived exertion, meaning how many you can do more after you've hit your goal, that's the safest place to be. Because remember, after hitting your goal, your reps go down the further you go in sets. So if your reps are kind of staying the same, and let's say you're getting a 10, but it feels just as easy as it did on the first set of 10, then you're doing yourself an injustice, meaning you should have been doing either more weight or more reps after 10. So, you know what I mean? It's just like going up that scale up and down. Um, that's better than like recording overall weight. I know obviously if you're like a Olympic weightlifter or a powerlifter, it's very important just to record your weight so you can see where you are over time. But if you're just a fucking dude trying to get a little swollen, a little bit stronger, or a chick, that's irrelevant in my. It's fucking irrelevant. Like you change. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me read this. No more like I probably can do more. No more like I can probably do more. I don't know what you mean, Gene. Sorry. I told my barber I'm not going to tip him anymore. Just charge me the flat fee, like you said. Hey, my guy, Galvin, my man right there. Dude, if he says, dude, I cannot. Okay, if you work for a shop, I get it. They have their set wages. But if your barber owns a shop or it's a private thing where he does it at your house or he comes to you, things like that, tell me how much a fucking haircut is, and I'm paying that amount. I'm not gonna pay you any more than that. I'm not gonna pay you any more than that. You set your wages, you set your prices. You shouldn't ask for a tip. That's all I'm fucking saying, dude. I've been had the same tattoo artist for 10 years. If he tells me it's $300, $600, I think the most expensive tattoo session I had was a $900 tattoo session. If it's $900, I'm paying you $900. If it's $200, I'm paying you $200. Whatever it is. The only time I actually tip him is because we're boys. Hey, bro, we need something from the gas station. Can I get you some water, some food? Can I order you some DoorDash? Things like that. I do that to be friendly, not as a tip. I do that because he's my boy. Known each other for a long amount of time. And actually, he really hooks it up on the tattoos, and he's a great artist, great friend. But do not tip. I don't fucking tip. Stupid. It's stupid. Okay, I'm off that. Your ass looks like a thank. Well, thank you. Um, Runt Bloom. I'm trying to get fucking Jack. I want to be that dad in the playground, which I am. There's only one other Jack guy here in my neighborhood, and he's a gay dude, so we're good. I don't think he has kids. So every other fucking dad here is your typical American dad bod or fat as fuck. I do not want to be a fat as fuck dad. Beer belly. No offense to anyone else. You do whatever the fuck you want to do. You can look any fucking way you want. I don't want to look that way. I'm not projecting towards you. I don't want to look that way. I like to look. I like to feel strong, look strong. It's always my main prerogative. Feel strong, look strong. Hey man. Hey, but you know you can't do it all the time. And then okay, so one more thing about tipping. All right, so what the I was at the Suns Warriors game the other week. Like if you're asking for a beer, why is there why are they asking for a 30% tip? 20 to 30% tip. You're fucking buying a beer. It just drives me crazy. Like, okay, it's like you pour a beer, you expect it just I'm gonna just stop tipping in general at these bars. Like if you go to a cocktail bar and they make you a nice drink, great atmosphere, whatever, you're paying for the atmosphere, you know what I mean? I get it. I get it. But if you're going to a game and you just want a beer, I think a very valid tip is anywhere between $1 to $2 per drink at most. At most. At no point when you're paying $15 for a fucking what was I drinking? Bud Light. Should you ask for a fucking $4 tip? I mean, they're not asking. The computer's asking, but just. I mean, I'm just get. My blood pressure goes up when I see the shit like that. So I make sure I tip. I tell my wife, don't tip because I'm gonna have a bad time. It's not a, and I told her this. I was like, it's not a you thing that you're tipping them. It's the principal thing for me. So just let me handle all the transactions. I will tip accordingly. I pay $1 for every drink I order unless it's a mixed drink. So if I order two beers, I'm tipping $2. If I order two mixed drinks, I'm tipping $4. If I order one beer, two mixed drinks, I'm tipping $3. I have rules. I'm gonna fucking stick to them because it gets me fucking upset. And I already spent God knows how much on these tickets. So I'm gonna have a fucking good time. I'm not gonna be upset. And if you're a fucking bartender, first of all, I just don't care. If you're a bartender, I don't care. If you're a bartender at a fucking event like that, you shouldn't be expecting a 20%, 15% tip on serving one beer for less than 30 seconds. You should not accept that. I get it, they're paying you shitty wages, but at the same time, you have to understand like that does your the amount of effort you put in there does not demand that amount of that same amount of tip as someone serving your table or whatever. I don't know. I'm off it. I'm gonna stop talking about this because it's just getting me. Actually, it might get me pumped up for these 90s. Let's go. Fuck yeah. Look, get fired up now. I think this is Ted. Yep, that's RP 9.5. I might be able to do one after that. Maybe. Maybe. But I think that might have been 11 reps too. So I don't know. I kind of lost count. Kind of blacked out there. All right. And we're talking about tips. No, I appreciate you bringing it back up. Yeah, it's all good. I'm just fucking around. Shit gets me going though. Shit that don't make sense to me gets me going. Uh, like, when did we start subsidizing junk food? I don't really care that if you're on EBT you can buy junk. I mean, like junk food necessarily. I don't really care about that because our taxpayer dollars go to EBT. I don't care about that. What I don't care about is like the free money it gives people like McDonald's and Burger King that we're subsidizing these multi-billion-dollar companies now. It's like that's the shit drives me insane. It's like I understand why we need to subsidize agriculture because we need to keep the cost of food down. Makes sense. On when you think about it, it does kind of make sense. It also doesn't in some ways, but I really don't want to spend that much money on meat mainly because a lot of that corn and wheat is for food for livestock. And meat's already going up in price. When you need to eat about 100 plus 120 grams of protein per day, you eat a lot of meat and way. So that, subsidizing that makes sense. But like subsidizing things like that, um, when Burger King takes EBT, Taco Bell takes EBT, uh, it's just, I'm just like, even Coke, you could buy Coca Cola with EBT. It's not a sense that what these people are spending it on. It's just like, we're basically subsidizing these companies when we think about it because people are going to go path of least resistance. And why buy the food to prep a meal when you could just buy the meal itself with your free money? Like, you see what I'm saying? You're going to push people down that line much simpler. It's a path of least resistance thing, right? I'd rather not make the food. I'm getting it for free anyways. Why do I have to make the food? So that shit gets me going. I was just like, what? It makes no sense to me. Except the only sense it makes is because, they probably, McDonald's and all these fast food chains lobbied for it and they got it passed. And they probably said, oh, there's a lot of hardworking people who don't have the time to make dinner for their kids. So, you know, they have EBT, but they don't have time. So, you know, they want to spend more time with their family. So it's easier for them to buy McDonald's so they can eat with their family. When you sell, you could sell it to like a government like that, right? But underneath it, it's just, you're just trying to use government money to pay for McDonald's. Like when you think about it, what it is. Always follow the money. Always follow the money. Do we try the hundreds? Fuck it. Just go. Let's try the hundreds. I'm just looking at them. I was kind of amped up yesterday about trying them out. But that fucking dog, man, got me fucked up, dude. For those that weren't here earlier, my dog took a shit in the middle of the room at 2 o'clock in the morning, and that shit kept me up for another 45 minutes. So I'm running off less than 7 hours of sleep right now. I didn't go to bed till about 1:30 because I got stuck watching. Man, they got me. I'm pretty good at not getting caught doom scrolling, but when I find fucking shit interesting, I can't doom scrolling. And I was watching watchmakers. Like this guy was just fixing watches, and it's just I just when I see someone that's like super good at their craft and it's like a high level craft like fucking watchmaking, the precision, you're basically a surgeon because those screws are fucking tiny, man. Like it amazes me. It amazes me. I can't stop watching it. Okay. Dude, just getting these hundreds out of the bay is effort. I said that. I think the last time I left these fucking weights for a bench press was before my daughter passed. This was during COVID. 20, when did I buy these? I think they were in 2021. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. It's been a while. I've used them for rows. I've used them for rows. And yeah, they were fucking heavy, man. A little congested this morning for whatever reason. It's been about like 3 minutes, eh? Last set, best set. We might be do a drop set after this, maybe with the 55s, just to get a extra volume. Um, because I don't think I'm gonna hit more than 8. And if I hit just shy of 8, we will for sure do a drop set with the 55s on the Nordic Track dumbbells. And we're going to call it day. All right. I'm sure we're gonna get it up. We're gonna get it up. But question is how many reps? If you're curious, I weigh 165 pounds. So 35 pounds heavier than me. Baby. Ikiozo. I'm so sweaty. Oh, that's it. That's 7. I can't do a more. Ooh, I thought I could do 8, but I got to that last bit of 7. Trying to get that, trying to go as deep as I could. And dude, my muscle like almost completely gave up. It probably still looked like I was moving, but I could feel a difference in my muscle. And I was like, nope, you don't want to, you don't want to be, you don't want to have weight like that over your head if you're not confident, especially if you don't have a spotter. So it's easier just to call it shy. So that would be RPE 9.5, meaning I might have been able to do one more. And I'm happy leaving one on the table there, especially where I can make up the volume with a lighter weight. Because remember, it's volume over time, guys. RPE and volume over time. As long as your RPE is high and your volume's high, you're gonna get big and strong. That's it. I think it was like 6 or something. That's it. We're done. We are done. No mas. No more. It's good to know I can still do it. Throw up the big weights. Anywho, we're gonna end the stream for today. Um, remember that it's volume over time. Do not ego lift. Go off the RPE scale. You know, it's a very safe way to figure out how much to lift because, you know, you don't want to get injured. The number one game is don't get injured. Do not get injured. Do not get injured. How long have I been gay? Let me think. The moment I met your dad, I think that's when I figured out I was gay. You know, the moment I met your dad, and you know, we ruined the marriage between your parents. I think that's when I figured it out. I think could have been your grandfather too. I don't know. Um, but yeah, that's the workout. Tomorrow we're hopefully we get a good amount of rest. We're doing legs. So we got single legged squats, back. So we're gonna do pull ups. Um, we're gonna do something different tomorrow. We're gonna start off with heavy single arm rows, and then we're gonna go into pull ups. I'm kind of curious how much because I usually do like 99% of the time it's the other way around, pull ups then rows. But my pull up game is pretty strong. My lats are pretty big. I feel like my back might be lacking a little bit because I don't give it enough individual love, I guess. Because so I'm gonna start off with that one, and then we're gonna finish off with some shoulders and some biceps. So tomorrow's workout's a long one. Today's is a very short one, but we do lift a lot heavier today and a lot than we do tomorrow. But actually, that's not true because we're going to probably use the hundreds for the rows. So, yeah, don't mind me. Um, my body's perfect. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. I don't think so. Braid your hair, daddy. I don't think my hair is long enough to braid right now, and I don't like braids. I've had my hair braided before. Hate it because I have fucking dry scalp like a motherfucker. And if you got dry scalp and you got braids, God bless, man. God bless. It's like torture to me. No, thanks. What was gonna say? That's fine. I gotta go. My son's woken up from his sleep. I'm gonna get him up, gonna give him some food. But other than that, guys, I'll see you tomorrow morning. We're doing legs. Then we got a long day tomorrow. Legs, back, shoulders, and we have probably like let me count the sets. Movements. 1, 2, 3, 4, six, seven, maybe eight movements tomorrow. That's anywho. Oh, thank you. Thanks. Big arms. All right, guys. I'll catch you later tomorrow morning. Peace.